Welcome to The Explainer. We're about to deconstruct a story that unfolds minute by minute, and trust me, every second gets more and more unsettling.
So, let's dive right in. But first, a quick warning. Seriously, if you're alone right now, you might want to stop watching this.
Because what I went through last night, well, it wasn't normal. It was 2:17 a.m., and I just knew someone was standing right behind me.
I couldn't hear a thing, but that feeling was undeniable. And then I looked down, and my phone's camera? It was open.
I quickly flicked over to my gallery, and when I looked at the very last frame, yeah, there was something there.
And that terrifying moment is what leads us to the big question, the whole reason we're here today. What really happens on the 1:17 a.m. train?
So, our story kicks off at 1:12 a.m. Picture this, a totally desolate, half-forgotten station. The nameplate is so rusted you can only make out Raat, almost like it's trying to erase itself from existence. The lights are flickering, the air is just heavy. You know that feeling where time itself just seems to be stuck?
And here, we meet our four travelers, all stranded. You've got Naveen, the one who's documenting everything. Then there's Ira, the quiet observer. You can tell she feels things. Shaker is the rational one, trying to find a logical explanation for it all. And finally, Mohan, the eldest, who has clearly been on edge from the start. So yeah, they've missed their train, there's no cell service, and that station clock just feels like it's mocking them.
All right, now we get to the moment where everything just shifts. In that heavy silence, a new sound starts to bubble up, and a whole new kind of terror arrives.
The time is exactly 1:17 a.m., and there's no whistle, no announcement board lighting up. No, just this deep, rhythmic throb, almost like the sound of something ancient breathing in the dark. And then a train just slides out of the darkness. But everything about this train is wrong. I mean, there are no numbers on the carriages, no name on the engine, and the windows are covered in this thick layer of dust you can't even see through. And then, completely on their own, the doors just slide open. Mohan is the first one to say what they're all thinking. I don't feel right about boarding this. But, what's the alternative? Staying on this creepy, suffocating platform? That feels even worse. So against every instinct they have, they get on the train.
So, they step inside, thinking they're escaping the dead station. Oh, they have no idea. They've just walked into something so much worse. This is where we get the first big, horrifying reveal. The carriage, it isn't empty. It's filled with passengers. Or, well, what's left of them. Dry, yellowed skeletons sitting perfectly still in their seats.
But here's the really weird part. They're not arranged like something out of a horror movie. They're just passengers. One is holding a newspaper, another has luggage on its lap. They look completely normal, just frozen mid-journey. And it's that normalness that makes it so unbelievably creepy. And this is where reality just completely shatters. Naveen points his camera at the skeletons, and while they remain motionless to the naked eye, on his screen, they're moving, they're reading, talking, living. The camera is seeing a different layer of time.
As the train lurches into motion, the true nature of their trap becomes terrifyingly clear. This isn't just a journey from one place to another.
On any normal train ride, you leave the station behind, right? It gets smaller in the distance. But as they look out the window, the station isn't receding. It's getting closer. The same broken bench, the same rusted sign, but now it seems to be moving right alongside them. They move to the next carriage, and the horror escalates. There are no skeletons here. Instead, sitting on the passenger seats are pieces of the station itself. The bench, the ticket window, even a trash can. The station is being absorbed into the train. And that's when it clicks for Mohan. In a moment of terrible clarity, he understands. This train isn't a vehicle traveling through space. It's a predator, and it's consuming the very place they were trying to escape. They reach the final cabin, where the train reveals its ultimate purpose, and the journey builds to its inevitable, chilling conclusion.
In the third carriage, the walls are blank except for names written in chalk on the floor. And that's when Mohan sees it, his own name. He realizes with dawning horror, I have been here before.
The train stops abruptly. Outside is a new platform, empty except for 4 skeletons sitting on a bench. And they are wearing their clothes. Naveen's jacket, Ira's scarf, Shekhar's watch, Mohan's hat.
They are looking at their own fate.
Mohan, maybe in an act of acceptance or just grim curiosity, decides to test the paradox. He steps off the train. Instantly, his physical body slumps over in its seat, while his essence, his being, becomes one of the skeletons on the platform, forever waiting.
As the train moves on, absorbing the last of them, Ira voices the story's haunting takeaway. The 1:17 a.m. train is a loop, a trap for forgotten journeys and lost souls. It doesn't go anywhere, it just collects. Which leaves us with a final thought. How many forgotten journeys are still running, and who will be the next passenger?